Don't act like it's only me when you're expected to deliver without resources. Don't act like it's only me, but how many have been told that we need results while being handed half the budget, no extra staff, and a deadline that makes entirely no sense? It's the corporate classic, big expectations, tiny resources, and if you're the leader, the pressure lands on you. Your team is looking at you like, how are we supposed to pull this off? Meanwhile, your boss is expecting miracles. This episode is about that exact moment when you're asked to deliver without enough resources. We're going to break down why it happens and how to avoid burning your team out, and what strategies you can use to still win when the deck is stacked against you. Because leadership isn't tested when everything is available. It's tested when you've got to turn scraps into strategy and still find a way to deliver. Chapter 1: The reality of do more with less. I'll never forget when I was tasked with rolling out a new program across multiple facilities. On paper, it sounded doable. But here's the catch: no extra budget, no new hires, no extended timeline, just make it happen. That's the reality for most leaders. The organization wants the outcome, but doesn't give you the full toolkit. And let's be honest, it's frustrating. It makes you feel like you're set up to fail. But here's the truth. This is the moment where leadership gets real. Anybody can deliver unlimited resources, but turning constraints into results, that's where credibility is built. The first step is accepting the reality. Complaining, it won't change it. What matters is how you approach the situation, because your team is watching how you respond. Do you panic? Do you blame leadership? Or do you find a way to make progress with what you got? Chapter 2: The danger of burnout. Here's a trap leaders fall into. They try to make up for lack of resources by pushing their team harder. Longer hours, more tasks, less margins, and at first it feels like hustle. The team rallies, but give it a few weeks and burnout creeps in. Productivity, it dips, morale tanks. People, they start thinking about quitting. I've been guilty of this. I've once stretched my team to cover 2 projects with the capacity for 1. We delivered, but half my team was exhausted, and 1 person left the company soon after. That was on me. Here's the lesson: you can't squeeze results out of people like juice from an orange. Leadership isn't about draining your team, it's about prioritizing, protecting, and guiding them through the storm without breaking. Chapter 3: Strategies that work. So how do you lead when the resources don't match the expectations? Prioritize ruthlessly. Everything can't be number 1. Sit down with leadership and get clear on what's most critical. Say, if we only get one thing right, what should it be? That forces alignment. Next, leverage influence. Resources aren't always money or headcount, they're relationships. Can you borrow staff from another team for a short time? Can you get stakeholders to lend expertise? Influence often stretches farther than budgets. Also, break it into wins. Instead of promising one big perfect delivery, break the project into phases. Celebrate small milestones so your team sees progress even when the mountain looks huge. Next, innovate under pressure. Some of the best solutions, they come from constraints. I'll remember a facility project where we had no budget for training materials. Instead of manuals, we created quick video walkthroughs using smartphones. It wasn't polished, but it worked, and the staff loved it. That's leadership under constraint. Not perfect resources, just creative solutions. Chapter 4: The long game. Here's the thing: delivering without resources will make you sharper. It forces you to learn prioritization, influence, and creativity, but you can't let it become the norm. If your boss sees you consistently making miracles without resources, they'll stop giving you what you need. So you gotta balance deliver now, but advocate for resources long term. After my first Do More with Less project, I sat down with leadership and I showed them the trade-offs. Here's what we accomplished, here's what we sacrificed, and if you want bigger wins, here's what we need to do next time. That conversation, it got me additional budget in the next cycle. The long game is this: don't just survive constraints, use them as evidence in why investment is necessary. In closing, so don't act like it's only me. Every leader has been told to do more with less. It's tough, it's unfair, but it's also crucible where leaders are forged. You don't prove yourself when everything's lined up in your favor. You prove yourself when you still deliver even when the deck is stacked. The message is simple: lead smart, not desperate, protect your people, prioritize what matters, innovate with what you've got, and then when you win under constraints, use that win to demand the resources that you actually deserve. Drop a comment with the wildest to do more with less situation that you ever led through. I promise you, you're not the only one who had to turn scraps into strategy. Until next time.